Imagine you are wandering somewhere and come across something unusual that you are sure is not from this world, and you also know that nobody will believe you when you tell them about this. Even scientists do not have any idea what those things are about. Just tell yourself that it's not only you who experience some outward thing, because seeing such bizarre stuff is normal. When you talk about some out-of-place artifact, Oopart is applied to some prehistoric objects discovered worldwide. It does not set to the determined age based on their physical, chemical and geological evidence. This video is all about the strangest ooparts that have been found worldwide, and they can convince modern-day humans that the planet's history is way more different than the one you know or think of. Discovery of metal artifacts. In 1991, tiny coil-shaped artifacts were discovered near the banks of Russia's Kashim, Narada and Balbanyu, and this debate is still ongoing. These artifacts were found when a search operation was carried out in the Ural Mountains for finding gold resources. The artifacts were in the shape of spirals, shafts, and unidentified components. Some mysterious things were also associated with these artifacts, like they were present 10 and 40 feet deep and had geological stratus between 20,000 and 318,000 years old. Do you think, at that time, culture was that advanced to develop nanotechnology? Russian Academy of Sciences in Syktyvkar analyzed all those artifacts and found that most of them were made of copper and the smallest ones had tungsten and molybdenum. Do not forget molybdenum, as it will help you to connect the dots when the video moves forward. Things got quite strange when it was found that all these objects were found to be made. These unique artifacts were not naturally occurring. They had a remarkable resemblance with the components made recently by contemporary technology. After the discovery, some people thought all those objects were left behind as waste material from rockets launched from nearby sites, as the place had space stations around. Moscow Institute also released a report regarding the matter and said they were too old and had a chance at modern manufacturing. The Central Scientific Research Department of Geology and Exploitation of Precious Metals officially stated that despite being thousands of years old, all those components possessed a technological origin. It was confirmed that they were created by someone, as there is no evidence of the natural existence of this kind of complex structure. All metals exist in raw form and are separated through different steps. Even if they are pure, they are like rocks or stones. It was still a mystery how it could the humans be this advanced 100,000 years back. It is a mystery that the humans of those times were more advanced than us, and to answer the question, we must go back to those times. Discovery of flying objects in space. In 1997 there was news that some strange flying objects in the sky were getting popular and were seen worldwide. A case of William Brazel was reported, who woke up on a routine morning in New Mexico that lies north of Roswell. He found a strange thing made of rubber strips, and on clearly examining it, he found it to be bright wreckage with tin and paper. He, his wife, and their children delivered this debris box to the sheriff of Roswell. After that, Roswell's army officially announced that are lucky enough to have this with the help of a local rancher in Mexico. A group intelligence officer, Major Jesse A. Marcel, was sent to the site to collect all the related information and then deliver that box to the higher authorities. Curiosity is natural and hit Marcel when he was on his way. He whipped onto the box, and when questioned about it, he said that the package contained material that had hieroglyphic markings, but soon Army intervened in the matter and debunked the story. They said all this debris was from a weather balloon crash on the site. Marcel got pictured in the press along with the debris discovered, and this picture closed the case, according to the area's residents. When we move forward to 1978, nuclear physicist and UFO researcher Stanton Friedman interviews Marcel, where Marcel said that the discovery made 31 years back was not something that exists in this world. Still, the officials ordered him to keep quiet regarding all the matters. Many theories were predicted and known regarding this discovery of a local rancher. Now come to the point where we told you to remember molybdenum, as this metal was also found in the deserts of Roswell. NASA uses molybdenum in its spacecrafts with the latest technology. This raises questions like how the same thing with little changes existed thousands of years back and whether any more such incidents happened before or after the Roswell incident. If these objects are extraterrestrial, there is a possibility of two things: the technology was given to humans this way, or some alien race discards them. It is possible because this planet also has more intelligent beings other than humans. Some people agreed to it, while others denied any such existence. Some people claimed that they met such creatures, but the government ordered them to stay quiet in this matter. Discovery of Richard Evelyn / the Crystal City. Richard Evelyn Jr., an American explorer and a recipient of the Medal of Honor for his service in the Naval Force, used to fly in the aircraft as a navigator. Once, he crossed the Atlantic Ocean and was the first to reach the North and South Poles. He also discovered the dormant volcano, Mount Sidley. He was given credit for all of his discoveries except one that was of the ancient city lying under Antarctica. The era of World War I and World War II was the beginning of mechanical and Arctic exploration, and all the available resources were used in that polar operation. This time many mysterious objects were noted flying, and these sightings became very rare after the nuclear bomb detonation on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. But no one was curious enough to find who they were and where they used to reside. No one even considered whether they were from another world or our planet. Byrd was officially sent on an exploration mission to Antarctica after World War I. He commanded more than 4,000 troops, warships and planes on this mission. This Operation High Jump lasted for about 4 months and was a huge success. Byrd, along with his fellows, discovered 1/4 unseen part of Antarctica. This mission also made ways for scientific exploration of the continent's interior. When the 3rd month of the mission was going on, something strange happened that the government was still hiding, and it was the discovery of a crystal city under the earth. When Byrd told the government about the city, they ordered him to be quiet, but when he died, his son found a diary in which this incident was narrated. He went into the town and was surprised as the city had green woods, and he named it a city of crystal. In that city, Byrd found that he had lost control of his aircraft and was surrounded by particular flying objects, but to his surprise, those objects were not facing difficulty like him. He followed the flying objects and ended up meeting a being who was disappointed by the humans. He was worried that humans were destroying planets, and they had forgotten that planet Earth is home to many. Experts were not ready to accept all this, but some people were connecting the dots as many countries are close to the poles. When do you think of those ooparts, and what is your take on when will we be able to unearth their origin? Drop in the comments to let us know your thoughts. Also, subscribe to the channel to find the answer to these questions together. Stay connected until the time we come to you with some more exciting content.